Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
And welcome back to High School Basketball Classics, our third week of High School Basketball Classic ball games. Tim Morey alongside of my broadcast partner, Rick Bua. And this week, Rick, we go back to March 7th, 2015 for a real classic. That would be the Division III Western Mass Championship ball game between the Wauconah Warriors and the Hoosick Valley Hurricanes.
Well, Tim, that was another incredible game, and that's why we wanted to show it as quick as we possibly could to our viewers in our viewing area in Clarksburg, North Adams, and Chester in particular. And these were two great ball teams, Tim. They met twice. Of course, they're both in the North in Berkshire County. Hoosick Valley won both of those games, and you talk about it all the time in the world of sports, how difficult it is, whether it's kids or it's college or it's professional, how tough it can be to beat a team three times because you know each other. And they really mirrored each other in so many different ways. They both had almost the same records, 15-7 for Hoosick, 14-8 for Wauconah. Great coaches in Coach Bill Robinson and Dustin Belcher, great athletes. They both had winning streaks after a slow start. Hoosick for 7 games, Wauconah for 6 games. They both got very hot down the end, and it wasn't a shock to Berkshire County basketball fans in that season, 2014-15, that they were going to meet. The only difference, Tim, is that Wauconah was very, very senior-oriented with Marco Anastasio,
right.
Ryan McMahon, Colin Parrott, Jeff Polano, Kevin Bueno. And Coach Robinson had some leadership as seniors, but most of his players were juniors. And he even brought up Colin Russo that year from the JV team.
Absolutely, Rick. And this was a kind of a rematch of sorts. Another classic game, which maybe we can allude to, is the 2003 Western Mass Championship. That game played between Hoosick and Drury down at the cage. Hoosick and Wauconah down at the cage in 2003. That was Coach Robinson's first Western Mass title, and that year these two great schools battled out for the Western Mass title, and that was a great ball game with Hoosick Valley coming out on top with a 2-point win. And we see this one in 2015. As you say, mirror images, two well-coached teams, both teams, Dustin Belcher for Wauconah and Billy Robinson for Hoosick Valley. And as you said, they had a couple of wide bodies down low, Marco Anastasio for Wauconah, and of course, Jamison Coughlin for Hoosick Valley.
Yeah, those two kids were having great seasons. They were leaders on their team, and I got to cover both those schools, and those kids really played. Anastasio at about 5'10", maybe 5'11", right. and Jamison Coughlin at about maybe 6'1", but they played so much bigger, and they knew how to rebound. They knew how to get position. They were high school. They kind of modeled a little bit of Dennis Rodman when he played for the Bulls. Tall and lanky, of course, but just had a knack for boxing out and rebounding, tapping the ball back, and those kids just dominated in the paint. Coughlin was a little bit deeper inside than Anastasio was, but Anastasio could nail the short jump shots. And this was going to be a classic game, to say the least. And
on an interesting note, we were there that year, and in the game that preceded this game, the Division III Girls Western Mass title, Hoosick Valley was there. Mackenzie Robinson, Coach Robinson's daughter, was there, and they won their third title in a row in the game that preceded this one at the cage. So the issue was Hoosick Valley going to have a doubleheader on their hands here for Western Mass titles? But it was a great game, and we're going to bring that game to you right now, and we're going to be back at halftime to talk about the first half of this classic matchup between Wauconah and Hoosick Valley.
Well, Hoosick Valley trying to bring home a second Western Mass title here this afternoon. The Lady Hurricanes with a big win over the Granby Rams in the girls Division III championship game. And they're introducing now all of the players for Wauconah, and then we'll get the starting lineup. And Colin Parrott in the backcourt for Hoosick Valley. I'm sorry, for Wauconah, but he had a tremendous game against Hampshire.
Yeah, 21 points. He really made it go, dribbling down right through the lane.
Marco Anastasio, which I haven't seen an effort by an individual player in a long time like the one he gave Wauconah against Hampshire.
Yeah, he was refused to lose guy out there. He was just out there doing it all.
16 points and 11 rebounds and at least 4 blocks that he got on offensive
Yeah,
foul.
number 20, Matt Schneider, he'll be filling in for Cole Morrison, and he did a commendable job the other night as well against Hampshire.
Well, Matt Schneider, just a junior, he's got big juice to fill here. Big crowd here on hand at the Curry Hicks cage for this Berkshire County Championship game, really. And Kyle Russo, the story continues for the sophomore who came on late in the year, Butch.
Yeah, they're it's kind of a good luck charm there. They lost the first game to Taconic.
Matt Koperniak, Nate Topwood, Javon Reynolds had a nice game when he was in there against Drury. And of course, Jameson Coughlin, the big power forward. We're going to watch. We're going to be really interested to see that matchup with Marco Anastasio.
It'll be interesting, to say the least.
Going to pause now for our national anthem. And here we go. We're just about ready to start this one.
Your attention, please. Would Mike Geary please report to the scorer's table? Mike Geary to the scorer's table, please. Thank you. We'd like to recognize these 4 young ladies working underneath basket on floor attendance from Wauconah. We have Lily Robb and Emma Felcher. From Hoosick Valley, Esther Wilson and Kerrigan Green. Ladies, welcome.
And for Hoosick Valley, Russo, Koperniak, Topkowitz, Coughlin, and Reynolds go against the Warriors of Wauconah. Hoosick Valley won the first 2 matchups between these 2 teams, but
Nothing matters now but this one.
Exactly, and they were both hard-fought games.
Wednesday, 5:45 p.m. at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield.
And here we go, Division III championship action. Hoosick Valley will control the tip. Wauconah will settle into that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they've been playing that zone for 30 years.
And it looks like it could also be a matchup man-to-man. Reynolds with the jumper, no good. Ron Reynolds, and here comes Parrott. And you want to try to stop his penetration early, Butch.
Well, that's what he likes to do, and he's good at pulling up and throwing the little bunny there in the lane.
And Parrott being guarded on the outside. Shot no good. Perniak with the rebound. Russo, the sophomore, runs it for Hoosick at the point. Wauconah switches into a man-to-man defense here. Reynolds, turnaround, won't go. I'm sorry, that was Coughlin.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball down to Coughlin a little sooner in that play, but it was pretty well guarded.
And if you remember, Butch, Wauconah in the second half of the game up at Hoosick played some great man-to-man defense on Hoosick. Hoosick had some real trouble. They only scored 10 points in the second half.
That's correct, 5 in each quarter.
Bueno thought about it for a moment. Polano, good for 3. Jeff Polano. And the Warriors are out to a quick 3-0 lead here.
Yeah, but they're playing this trap after they score just about.
Perniak does not get it to go. Fouls his own shot. Stay with Hoosick on the rebounding action.
Good effort by Anastasio going out of bounds.
From the corner, Topkowitz no good. Russo runs down the miss. Topkowitz the jumper, no good.
Well, Topkowitz a little short on 2 jumpers. Here comes Parrott.
Bueno to the basket. And oh, can't get it to go. And a rebound by Coughlin. Bueno had a good drive to the basket on the other end. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Coughlin with the 15-footer.
Well, nobody on him.
And he's a tough guy to guard when he's making that shot for sure, Butch. Jameson Coughlin on Marco Anastasio. 2 big bodies, as Butch said at the pregame. And that is a matchup to watch.
Well, Koperniak on Bueno is another one to watch. Bueno's had a few big games coming down the stretch.
Wauconah with the 1-point lead here. 4:32 to go in this opening quarter of play. Russo thought about it for a minute. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Coughlin, 3-pointer. Got it for 3.
Well, buzzer beater there.
He had to throw it up, and he did. That's a bonus for Hoosick Valley. They lead at 5-3 here. 4:10 to go.
Coughlin with all 5 points for Hoosick.
Polano, the baseline scores, and that's a bonus really for Wauconah Butches. Polano's a very low scoring, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Javon Reynolds.
Hoosick Valley foul on 42, Javon Reynolds. His first personal foul, first on the Hurricanes in the first half.
We're tied at 5 with 3:57 to go first quarter.
Hoosick Valley, man-to-man. Both teams in a man-to-man defense. Anastasio from the corner, no good. And Anastasio was making that shot on Wednesday night. Koperniak floats it down the lane, no good. Reynolds over the top for the foul on the rebounding action, and that's 2 on him, and he'll have to take a seat with 3:35 here to go in this opening quarter of play.
Yeah, Coach Robinson didn't like that call. He thought Reynolds went straight up and probably got cut out from underneath.
Russo guarding Parrott. Parrott down the line, and he's going to lose it.
Well, his strength's more going down the middle, down the lane, than is coming off the sides.
That's a big assignment for Colin Russo, Butch.
Yes, it is.
Koperniak down the lane, and he's fouled on the play. And that's going to go against, looks like it's going to go against Polano, Jeff Polano. And Matt Koperniak goes to the line and shoots 2. That's a first team foul on the Warriors. And Matt Koperniak, this is the first. He gets the second. So it's a 6-5 Hoosick lead here as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Parrott's thought about the middle for a minute, and Anastasio tied up, ball knocked away. Here comes Koperniak. Oh, he's on the run, and he's going to be fouled by Parrott. You see that speed of Koperniak, Butch. Very, very deceptive.
Yeah, he kicks in that second gear, and he just blew by everybody there.
Warriors foul number 5, Colin Parrott.
And that's a second team foul on Wacona. That's the first on Colin Parrott. And a jumper is good by Tomkowitz.
Well, good move.
Butch, he's had a great tournament, really, for Hoosick.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of three-pointers. He's been a little off on those last game.
And Anastasio, a step back 2 for his first basket. And a trap. Tomkowitz. Koperniak scores on the rebound. 3-point Hoosick lead, 10-7 here as we approach this 2-minute mark. Anastasio down with a runner.
Well, he's picking up where he left off the other night. Have to stop his penetration.
He's feeling it.
Coughlin was all
And a
alone there.
foul there on Parrott.
That's 2 on
And
him.
that's the second one. Yeah, it was right in front of the ref. He called it. So Dustin Belcher is going to have some decision making to do here now.
Got Ryan McMahon's in now, number 11. It's in for Polano.
Coughlin, 15-foot jumper, got it from the foul line. Coughlin showing some good shooting from the rear, from the perimeter. Runner goes around and out, and taken out of there by Russo in traffic. Colin Russo. Hoosick with a 3-point lead, 12-9. Minute 15 to go in this opening quarter play. Coughlin, turnaround, no good. Malaysia with the rebounding action, but on the line. And it will go over to Wacona with 1:09 to go.
Peter Barrow checking in for Coughlin. Give him a little breather here at the end of the quarter.
Man hurries it into the front court. And both these teams going at it man-to-man. Bueno down the lane. Doesn't get it to roll. The putback, no good.
Yeah, Barrows, and except for Coughlin, he had a good game here the other night.
And a ball stolen away by McMahon. Yeah, it looks like they got a foul here. And on the push, it will go against Peter Barrow. 13th foul. That was right in front of Joe Marucco with the call.
Well, what the 2 fouls on Parrott should do is stop him from penetrating. If he does, Huzik should go try to get the offensive charge.
And there's Parrott for 2. Makes it 12-11.
So much for that analysis.
Right. "15 seconds to go here. Foul called there. That'll go against Bueno.
We're down 8 seconds here.
Koperniak down the lane, a floater, no good. And they're going to call foul. That's going to go against Austin Malaysia.
Looked to me like Malaysia was boxing out, and that was it. So
that's a 14 foul there for Huzik Valley. 14 fouls on Huzik and 4 on Wacona here.
Well, 4 seconds, a long time.
And McMahon way down the court to Bueno, throws it up, and it comes short. So we're through a quarter here at the Curry Hicks cage, and the score after 1, it's Huzik Valley 12 and Wacona 11, Butch, and it's just as we thought, going to be closely played, tight game.
Yeah, and Coach Robinson's inquiring on Malaysia's foul for boxing out, basically.
Well, it looked like it looked like they call him for holding on the floor, but I don't, you know, it's hard to see where that was going. It was right in front of the official, but. So 1 point, Huzik Valley lead after 1, and interestingly, Wacona, which has traditionally been a zone team, comes out in a man-to-man, and it'll be interesting to see what they do. And look, Coach Belcher adapting his team to his game to the team he's playing. He did it versus Hampshire when he lost Cole Morrison, and he's working hard at it in this game. So it's not like Wacona doesn't play decent man-to-man. They really shut down Huzik at Huzik Valley when they played.
Well, Coughlin's off to a good start with 7 points. And, yeah, right in the paint.
So Wacona will have the ball first here.
Both teams with 4 fouls here to start the second quarter.
Anastasio gets it in to Bueno. Parrott bottled up a lot. Oh, that's off the top of the stanchion there, so it'll go over to Huzik Valley.
Well, they had him pinned in the corner, and he did the best he could to get it out of there.
No timeouts being called. Neither team wants to call any timeouts here this early in the game. And Wacona staying with that man-to-man. Not a lot of mysteries to these two teams at this point. Koperniak step back 3, no good. Rebound for the Warriors. They can take the lead here. Barrett into the front court. Bueno down the lane. They're going to call block. And Kevin Bueno go to the line.
That's 2 on Malaysia. He'll be coming out.
And Bueno. with the free throw. Ties it at 12 apiece. 7:21 to go here in the first half. Gets them both. So it's a 1-point Wacona lead here now. And he picked up his dribble in the backcourt, but able to get it across. Coughlin wheeling into the lane. Misses the turnaround. McMahon for three. Big shot there for McMahon for
Wacona up by 4 now.
And a steal. And a steal over and a foul in the backcourt. And that'll go against Barrow. That'd be the 16th foul with 6:30 to go here in this first half. And Wacona leading it by 4, 16-12.
Got Levesque checking in now for Tomkowitz. Music's in the zone, 2-1-2 now.
Music settles into his zone. Stasio from the corner, good! Marco Anastasio.
Well, Wacona's clicking on all cylinders here.
He loves that mid-range jumper. And now Wacona's in the zone. Levesque. Koperniak, oh, beautiful down to Coughlin, who scores it. Nice clear out and a beautiful pass there by Matt Koperniak to Jamison Coughlin. And that's 9 points for Coughlin. And make it 10.
18-15 Wacona, 5:48 to go in the half.
Jeff Polano will check in for the Warriors in place of Bueno. McMahon. Bear thought about it for a minute. Polano from the corner, no good. And here comes Koperniak. He wheels away, and there's a foul in the backcourt on McMahon. So that's the 16th foul. Both teams will be shooting a penalty on the next foul.
Warriors foul number 11, Ryan McMahon. That's his first, team 6.
Well, that's twice
And
Koperniak's got it.
Wacona with 10 rebounds, so Huzik's 5. Levesque finds Coughlin, turnaround. It rolls in.
Well, Coughlin's carrying the load here for the Hurricanes here, 18-17 now.
Coughlin with 12 points here already in this first half. 5:05 to go in this first half. Wacona and McMahon, long shot, no good. Huzik now can retake the lead. In low to Barrow, and the foul's on the floor. And that's going to go against Schneider. And that's going to put Peter Barrow at the line with a 1-on-1. Foul trouble for Huzik, Malaysia and Reynolds with 2 for Wacona. Parrott with 2, Colin Parrott, but Dustin Belcher rolling the dice here. Shot no good. And so Wacona will bring it down. Polano, long cross-court pass on the line. That turnover, it goes over to Huzik. That's the 4th Wacona turnover, Butch.
Yeah, that's an ill-advised pass on it.
To say the least, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, you learn that one at a young age.
in low to Reynolds. It's quick turnaround, doesn't go. Nice play there for Reynolds. He could for Coughlin. He could not convert.
Well, they're running good plays for Coughlin. He's getting easy shots. He's made most of them.
And Anastasio's got it again.
You got to get somebody on him. He's making just about everything.
It's a 3-point Wacona lead. And Anastasio with a steal. Here comes Parrott. Down the lane, does not get it to go. And the ball will stay with Wacona. Oh, Marco Anastasio having a great effort there. Anastasio with the head fake. And Parrott on the floater down the lane. Wild shot.
Looks like he got hurt too. Have a bloody nose.
Coughlin, short jumper, good. And Jamison Coughlin cuts the Wacona lead to 1 with 3:26 to go here in the first half, and he is having a huge half. 14 points for Jamison Coughlin, and a timeout on the floor with 3:26 to go.
Well, Sistruk's checking in now for Huzik.
Well, we have an opportunity. We have been set up down here. What a tremendous effort by our technical crew, our producers and our directors, Peter Gentile and David Fabiano from Northern Berkshire Community Television. We've been here all afternoon bringing you this MIAA Western Mass basketball action from the Curry-Hicks cage here on the campus of the University of Massachusetts. We want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for their efforts once again. And I gotta say, we've been down here all week, and Northern Berkshire Community Television is the only community TV station providing coverage of these games here at the Curry-Hicks cage. So 3:26 to go here in the first half, and it's Wacona with the 1-point lead, 2019 over the Hurricanes. And Butch, this is a virtual scoring fest here so far compared to the first 2 times these teams played.
Yeah, well, the first game, they had a few more points up there, but that second game, as we said, 37-32. So, you know, this game might make it to the 50s.
Huzik Valley with all their scoring really in the paint. Pair down the lane. The floater is good. For 2. That's his second hoop. Low to Coughlin. He scores. Beautiful pass there by Kaepernick. Back to a 1-point game. McMahon with the floater, scores it. Ryan McMahon.
24-21.
24-21. He's got 5 points. Kaepernick for 3. Doesn't get it. The putback by Coughlin on the foul. So he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. And he has just been a handful out there.
Well, that's where Wacona misses Cole Morrison. It's another big body that could deal with Coughlin.
Short on the first. And he missed them both. So it's still a 3-point Wacona lead, 24-21. And it stays all the putback, no good. And Coughlin on the boards. JP Levesque does not find it. And here comes Polano. And Hoosick Valley back into this 3-point. Into that 2-3. And McMahon, no good. Coughlin another rebound. And Parrott playing with some cotton in the nose. His nose may be broken. Here's Parrott from J.P. Levesque from the side. No good. And a pass thrown away. And the ball stolen away.
You know, you got to kick those back out. You got 2 or 3 on 1.
Still a 3-point Wacona lead here with 1:20 to go in this first half. They played well. Parrott from the side. No good on it. Coughlin with the rebound again. He is clearing the boards big time for Hoosick. Ball on the floor. Knocked away. Still on the floor. Knocked away. Parrott comes out against Koperniak. And he's thought better of it for a minute.
Well,
good defense.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Good defense by Koperniak there.
And
40
Wacona.
seconds to go.
Oh, pass picked off there by Koperniak. Kicks it wide to Sistrunk, who scores.
Okay, 30.
Back to a 1-point game. Shot clock and the game clock are about the same, but
Yep. We'll see how much they run it down here.
and I think Wacona will be content to take one last shot. Anastasio, nice pull up. Shot is short, 5 seconds. Sistrunk at the buzzer, goes for 3. Dondre Sistrunk at the buzzer, Butch.
He's not necessarily known for 3-point shots, but we'll take that one. The Hurricanes a little momentum going into the locker room here.
Wow. The score at halftime, it's Hoosick Valley 26 and Wacona 24, and that was a big, big shot here to close out the first half.
Yeah, and the big thing was getting the pass down to Sistrunk so quickly, and you know, there was only 3 or 4 seconds left at that point, and to give him credit, he just buried it.
Well, it was a very fast-paced, evenly played first half between these two Berkshire County.
Rick, just what we thought this ball game was going to be like, especially here in this first half, close throughout.
Yeah, the first quarter, you know, I pretty much say this every week. Some early jitters, but then the offense got rolling a little bit. Back and forth first quarter. 12-11 Hoosick after 1, and then now we're 26-24. You know, Jamison Coughlin with a very quick start for Hoosick. I think he scored their first 5 points, and he's got 16 first half points. So they're going to have to do something in the second half to kind of slow him down. You can't stop Jamison Coughlin, but you can try to slow him down a little bit. We'll see what Dustin Belcher comes up with. Wacona did jump out to a 6-point lead in the second quarter. Then Hoosick went back and forth. But it really looks like it's going to be, as you alluded to in our opening, Tim, this could be a one-on-one battle between the two bigs. Anastasio from Wacona and Jamison Coughlin from the Hurricanes.
Absolutely, and you know, we saw in this first half, you know, over the years, the names that jump out at you for Hoosick Valley, Jamison Coughlin, and of course Matt Parrott, Matt Koperniak, the junior guard for Hoosick Valley, and for Wacona, Marco Anastasio, Colin Parrott, Kevin Boyle. They're all really solid basketball players. These are two very evenly matched teams, right?
Yeah, and as I said earlier also, Tim, Hoosick got the best of Wacona in both matchups this year. But again, there's plenty of time to go back to the drawing board. And, you know, you can pretty much throw the records out. I know it's not a Drury-Hoosick matchup, but these two teams know each other just as well. And they have a rivalry of sorts themselves, and they have all through the years. The one thing that I think that I'm most impressed with is that both these coaches built programs and were able to sustain those programs.
Absolutely.
There may have been 1 year, and I just want to go back and say maybe it was maybe it was 2013, when Coach Robinson was playing a lot of sophomores. He was playing Matt Brayman, Sean Ryan Coote, Trevor Alabozic, getting them experience. But then it paid off afterwards. Wacona, the same thing. But overall, both teams have sustained tremendous programs that they have built, and that's very, very hard to do that year in and year out.
And we've also talked about the fact, Rick, that especially this year in this tournament, in order to get to the finals, Hoosick Valley took on Drury in the semifinals, and that was a whale of a ball game between two evenly matched teams. So in Division III in Western Massachusetts, you had three quality teams coming out of, well, actually four, because Greylock was also in the tournament that year. So you had some quality teams in Division III from Berkshire County.
Yeah, I remember, Tim, now that you mention that, you do have to throw Drury in that mix, because Drury did win the Gene Wine tournament that year against Wacona, I believe, and then beat Wacona in Dalton, lost at home. But that doesn't happen all the time. But yeah, you throw Greylock in there, you throw Coach Rissette's team in there that year, 2014-15, and they had some great teams. The North was very, very strong that year too.
Okay, well, let's enjoy the second half of this high school basketball classic, and Rick and I will return at the game's conclusion to review this basketball classic from 2015.
So here comes Hoosick Valley, start of the second half here. They lead by 2, 26-24.
Well, Wacona's going to keep an eye on Coughlin here. They're plugging up the low post as it is.
Koperniak drives the ball, dropped down to Coughlin, misses the bunny. And Wacona on the run, nice pass there by, Jeff Polano with a nice pass to Matt Schneider. Koperniak get the foul, his first on the team, and Schneider will go line and shoot a pair for the Warriors. Well, that's one way of making them. The bank is open here.
Well, it's the bank with around the rim in it. It's a new touch.
And it's the second one. And Hoosick Valley with the rebound. So they lead by a point here. 7:30 to go in the third quarter. Tomkowitz, short jumper, no good. Coughlin with the putback.
Well,
so he starts right up in the second half where he left off in the first, but.
Yeah, nice rebound, nice putback.
3-point Hoosick Valley lead, 28-25. Hoosick Valley settling in now to a 2-3 zone. And Bueno with the long three-pointer, no good. And Reynolds on the rebound for Hoosick.
Well, Hoosick's stopping the penetration. Parrott's trying to go around down the right side, and they just pushed him right back and gave it up to Bueno and missed a shot. And Reynolds with a nice rebound.
3-point Hoosick lead, 28-25, 6:33 to go in the third quarter. And a foul against on the cross-court pass. That's going to go against Polano. He's going to check out of the game. McMahon will come into the game. That's his third foul. And also checking into the game, Luke Steinman. So Dustin Belcher going much length and height as he can get out there. It's Reynolds right to the basket, misses the bunny. Good move by Reynolds. Parrott on the move. Beautiful pass. Oh, the bunny won't go for Steinman. So both teams had their shot. Koperniak for three, back rims it. And here comes Parrott. They're moving. And once again, Parrott forced to back out. And they're going to call a foul now on Russo.
Well, they're calling just about everything tonight.
So each team with 2 team fouls here in the second half. McMahon thought about it for a minute. And Parrott down the lane.
You really got to step in front of him, take a charge. It's the only way you're going to slow him down.
He has 3 fouls, and he's been playing with 3 for some time. So it's a 1-point Hoosick Valley lead here. And this is more of the action we've expected, Butch. Russo, pull-up jumper, scores.
Well, 30-27, Hoosick, 5:15 to go, third quarter.
That's Russo's first basket, Butch.
Yep, good to see him get that.
And they're going to call a foul on the outside on the drive against Russo. Third team foul for Hoosick. Wauconah with 2 team fouls here in the second half. And they're going to reset the shot clock. And the shot no good by Parrott.
Coughlin with another rebound.
And you know, Tomkowitz thought about the 3 for a minute. And you know, Butch, you're right on that offensive charge against Parrott. He really takes it down. And that pass picked off. Telegraphed, and here comes Bueno. Shot blocked. Koperniak out of trouble. Drops it off to Coughlin, and he's fouled. Jamison, Coughlin.
Well, Coughlin running the floor nicely.
Warriors foul on number 11, Ryan McMahon. His third personal foul, team third.
So it's still a 3-point Hoosick Valley lead here. 30-27 with 4:33 to go in the third quarter. And Coughlin now.
Well, their foul shooting is not too good tonight. Jamison's got to make this one.
Missed them both.
I think he's 0 for 4 now from the line.
I think he's got 1.
Was he?
1 for 4, 1 for 5 actually. So it's still a 3-point Hoosick lead. Anastasio, step back, good. Marco Anastasio. And he has that mid-range jumper down to a science.
Got 11 points now.
Coughlin scores. Back to a 3-point Hoosick lead. Under 4 minutes. He's got 20 points on this game. Bueno down the lane. And they're going to call foul on the floor. And that's going to go against Russo. That might be his third. Parrott. Short, that one. Oh, beautiful entry. And score!
Well, they're concentrating on Coughlin so much, they left Reynolds all alone on the baseline.
And it's up to a 5-point lead.
Got
Javon
Avery.
Reynolds with his first basket.
Avery Hall will be checking in for Russo probably.
Anastasio. And he's having a great game for Wauconah here.
Well, it's back-to-back good games for him.
It's 12 points. Koperniak for 3. Matt Koperniak. And Hoosick Valley is going to call a timeout. Matt Koperniak hits it for 3, and now Hoosick Valley with a 6-point lead. 37-31 with 3:08 to go, Butch.
Yeah, it looks like Russo's out. Avery Hall's in, which will move Koperniak over to the point now. But Avery Hall is going to bring some energy too. He's going to be all over the place.
Well, he does. He provides a little bit of a spark when he's out there. No question about that.
And he gives you a 1 3-pointer a game. Some, you know.
And for our viewers, the winner of this game will play in the state semifinal game at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield on Wednesday afternoon at 5:45. That's Wednesday at 5:45. The winner of this one against an opponent yet to be determined. And we're back here at the cage, 3:08 to go. And Hoosick Valley with the 6-point lead, 37-31. McMahon thought about it for a minute. And Bueno. Shot, no good, and it'll go to Hoosick. As you said, Butch, Koperniak's going to run the point now.
We got Avery Hall over on the right wing here, number 10.
Hoosick with 8 rebounds here in the second half to Wacona's 2. Avery Hall from the corner, no good. And here comes Parrott trying to break it out behind his back. Hoosick back in defense. And Wacona will set it up. Anastasio again, Marco Anastasio. And it's a 4-point Hoosick lead.
Wacona called timeout now.
Anastasio having a beautiful game, 14 points for the Warriors.
Well, Coach Robinson telling him, I'm sure he's told him that earlier too. You got to stay with him, and they're leaving him open. He's making the shots.
Well, like we said earlier, Butch, this is going to be a matchup between Coughlin and Anastasio, and it's starting to play itself out that way.
Yeah, and the difference in the scores to 4 points. I think it's 20-16 Coughlin.
It's like a heavyweight fight here. 2:16 to go.
Well, they've met a few times on the football field too.
Yes, that's a fair statement.
So we got 2:16 to go, third quarter. Hoosick 37, Wacona 33. Hoosick has 4 fouls and Wacona has 3 in this half.
Tomkowitz will inbound the ball. Wacona showing press. And they're back to a man-to-man defense, changing it up once again. Coughlin to the basket, scores. Oh, great footwork there, Butch.
Yeah, he made a little move to the baseline, spun it right back to his strong side and put it right in.
He's having a huge game. Anastasio from the corner, he's got 2. Back and forth they go. Anastasio and Coughlin. Hall down a lane, can't get the bunny to go. Avery Hall, good penetration to the basket.
Well, Levesque will be coming in for Hall by the looks of it.
Bueno with the up fake. Anastasio, the fallback jumper, this time no good, but the battle for the rebound, no good. Ahead to Avery Hall. Down the middle. Oh, Coughlin, 15-footer, no good. And it will go over to Huzik Valley, over to Wacona.
Yeah, Coughlin should have just put the ball on the floor there and went to the basket.
42 seconds to go here in this third quarter. 4-point Huzik Valley lead.
Got Malaysia and Barrow in.
J.P. Levesque also in this game. Bueno down the middle, throws up a wild shot.
Didn't reset the shot clock either.
And I'm going to call travel on Levesque. So the ball will turn over with 18 seconds to go.
The shot clock never reset after the possession, though.
Kevin Bueno on the floor. He is hurt. He may have a sprained ankle.
Well, it looks like it's bandaged up to begin with. So he probably twisted it the wrong way. Well, he's one of their key scorers.
Yeah, he provides a lot of input. Looks like Jeff is telling us, looks like he's got a brace there on that ankle to begin with. And on the game, scoring-wise, we got a moment. Leading scorer for the game and for Huzik Valley is Jamison Coughlin with 22 points. And Marco Anastasio's got 16. And Bueno coming off. He's hobbled here, Butch, and that'll be a big loss for Wacona if he can't go.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure they're going to get his foot up in the air, get a little ice on it.
Wacona's going to have the ball here with 18 seconds to go in this third quarter. They trail by 4, 39-35. And a question here, it looks like Huzik Valley's bench may be a little bit deeper.
Well, Parrott's going to try to drive here, I would think. He'll dish it off to Anastasio.
The dish up out the side of the board. Score on the rebound, Steinman. And that's going to do it. That'll close out the third quarter of play here at the Curry Hicks cage. We're through 3, and Huzik Valley leads at 39-37, Butch.
Well, we've had big hoops at the end of the last 2 quarters. Sistrunk with the 3 and just got the 2 for Wacona. So we're into a 2-point lead for Huzik after 3.
Now this is going to be a dandy of a game down the stretch here. Huzik Valley cleaning a 2-point lead, 39-37. We didn't really expect anything but this kind of a game, Butch.
Well, that's what we said. It's going to be low scoring, under 50 more than likely. But you know, you got the 2 big guns for each team, and they're living up to their billing.
Well, that's for sure. Anastasio and Coughlin. Right now, Coughlin with 22 points and Marco Anastasio with 18. Well, actually, I got him with 16. But we'll see. He has shot well from the perimeter, as he did in the semifinal game against Hampshire.
Yeah, he and Parrott pretty much brought that game home for him.
So here we go. Down the stretch we go. For Huzik Valley, it'll be Malaysia, Koperniak, Barrow, Levesque, and Tomkowitz. Parrott, Anastasio, Steinman, Donnelly, and McMahon. Huzik with the 2-point lead. And we're down to 12 on the shot clock. Long shot, Steinman. No good, but there's a foul on the air ball. So Steinman goes to the line. Matt Koperniak with the foul. That's his second. And it's the 5th on the team here. Steinman with the clutch foul shot. Luke Steinman, his first points of this game.
Well, we'll see how long Coach Robinson goes with Coughlin on the bench.
And we're tied at 39 apiece.
Matt Koperniak's got to come and get the ball here. There we go.
And he does. Koperniak down the lane. In low to Barrow. Barrow misses the short one.
Here comes Coughlin.
He had a good look from point blank range. It would not go. And so now, once again, Wauconah can take the lead here in this 4th quarter. And Steinman. And Anastasio with the basket. And it's a 2-point Wauconah lead. Marco Anastasio has really been the difference here for Wauconah. 18 points for Anastasio, Butch.
Yeah, he continues to make everything he's shooting up there. Got 6:48 to go, Wauconah by 2.
And the foul situation team-wise is as follows. Huzik with 5 team fouls, Wauconah with 3. Wauconah with the 2-point lead, 41-39, 6:48 to go in this ball game.
Okay, Hurricanes coming out with Tomkowitz, Russo, Koperniak, Malaysia, and Coughlin. Wauconah's got Donnelly, Parrott, Anastasio.
Parrott showing a little bit of a, I'm sorry, Wauconah showing a little bit of a press. Man-to-man action. Parrott on Russo. And they're going to call a travel out top. And that's a big turnover. Wauconah with a 2-point lead.
Every possession's going to be big from here on out.
McMahon, long one, no good. And Huzik on the run. Koperniak down the lane, and he's fouled on the floor.
Be Wauconah's 4th foul.
Well, Wauconah with 4 team fouls now. Huzik Valley with 5. This will go inbounds. They have a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Koperniak for 3 from the side. Got it! And the lead for Huzik Valley. Matt Koperniak, his second 3 of the game. And it's a 1-point Huzik lead now. Nine points for Koperniak. On the side, the jumper, no good. And Coughlin on the rebound. And the foul will go against Steinman.
So it's 42-41, Huzik, 5:48 to go.
And each team now with 5 team fouls. Koperniak down the lane and a block. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair.
Well, Koperniak getting aggressive now, going to the hoop. Made the big three-pointer there to put him ahead.
Yeah, this is the time. This is the time for the big players to step up. But
Right.
although he struggled from the foul line today.
Yeah, he made 1 out of 2. One of the times was up there.
Misses them both.
Well, Huzik's not too well. I don't know what they're shooting from the foul line, but it's not very good.
And that Wacona offense, really, they're working with Anastasio
Well, Bueno's back in.
as almost as a 3 guard, and a foul on the floor. On the floor. That'll be the 16th foul for Huzik Valley. And that's going to go against Nate Tompkins. That's his first. So both teams now will be shooting fouls the rest of the way, as each team has 16 fouls. Man thought about it for a minute. Huzik still in that 2-3 zone. Parrott thought about it. Bueno, his shot blocked, but they recover. No reset on the shot clock. Parrott looks to penetrate. Long three-pointer, no good. And Coughlin with that rebound.
4:37 to go. Huzik by 1.
We're getting down to white knuckle time here. The shot is good by Coughlin.
Oh, good no call there by the officials.
A 3-point Huzik lead now, 44-41. 4:15 to go in this game. Bueno. Parrott thought about it for a minute. Nothing there on penetration. Bueno down the, and they're going to call foul on the floor. And I think that will go against Matt Koperniak. That's his third, and now Bueno will go to the line for Wacona and shoot a 1-and-1. And the key to this defense, Butch, Parrott's really been shut off from the penetration.
Yeah, he has, and that was one of the keys to the game. And
misses it, and Coughlin with the rebound. Koperniak into the front court.
probably could have went all the way there.
And the turnover.
Unforced errors.
3:56 to go. It's a 3-point Huzik lead, 44-41. Each of these teams battling. Berkshire County rivalry here. Wacona and Huzik. Parrott down the lane, throws it up, wild shot. And Huzik with the rebound.
Down to 3:30 now. Who's still by 3?
And there's a foul there on Bueno. And so now Matt Parrott will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. As both teams now are in the penalty.
That'll be 8 on Wacona, though, I believe.
D'Andre Sistrunk in for Colin Russo. Around the rim and out, so both teams do not convert. That may be the story of this game if it's all over. Huzik Valley not shooting well from the line. Bueno thought about it. Anastasio with the up fake, the fall away, no good. And Reynolds with the rebound. I'm sorry, Coughlin with the rebound. God almighty, he's really got a ton of them. Inside low to Sistrunk, not much he can do there. And Huzik will reset.
Under 3 minutes, 2:50 now.
Koperniak down the lane, throws it up, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line.
Well, Matt Koperniak in good penetration. Now let's see if he can convert these foul
And
shots.
it's a 1-1 with 2:45 to go. And Wakona, that's a third team foul on Anastasio. Once again, while we have a moment here, it's timeout. We're thanking Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of this afternoon's games here from the Curry-Hicks cage. Proud that we are the only community television station bringing action to you from the Curry-Hicks cage. And we want to thank our producers and directors, David Fabiano and Peter Gentile, once again for putting the whole thing together for us. They do an incredible job. And of course, we got a thrower going here. Huzik Valley with a 3-point lead, 44-41 over Wacona. 2:45 to go. Both teams in the penalty. When we resume play, Matt Koperniak will go to the line for Huzik and shoot a 1-and-1. And these two teams, it's been back and forth the whole game. And earlier today, we had the privilege of calling the game between the Lady Hurricanes of Huzik Valley and the Granby Rams. The Lady Rams in the Division III Girls Championship, and the Lady Hurricanes with a three-peat, a convincing 55-29 victory over Granby to win their third consecutive Western Mass Championship. But we're right here now with the boys.
I don't know. I think the biggest lead of the game's been Huzik by 6.
I think you're about right, but and it doesn't go, and the ball will stay with Wacona. So once again, and that may be the story of this game here when it's all said and done. Huzik has struggled from the foul line. So here we go. They missed their last 6 from the stripe. Ben Parrott looking to penetrate. Ball stolen away. They've got numbers. I had the Koperniak. And a great play by Bueno. The block and the play at half court. And they're going to call the block.
Coach Robinson says they made 2 bad calls. Not calling a foul down the other end, and then Malaysia had that one set up pretty well for an offensive charge. No call.
And that's the 18th foul on Huzik. So now Matt Parrott will go to the line with Huzik leading by 3. 2:20 to go. Colin Parrott with a 1-and-1. And he gets it. So it's a 2-point game, 44-42. And boy, that was quite a defensive play there by Bueno at the other end.
Oh yeah, give him credit for that.
And they get the rebound. Anastasio ties it. We're tied at 44 apiece. They're looking for Coughlin on the block. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Koperniak right to the basket. Cannot get it to go. And here comes Wacona. 1:45 now. They're tied at 44 apiece. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Boyle thought about it. Parrott along the baseline. and he scores. And Waukegan with a 2-point lead.
Well, nice drive there by Parrott. Nobody on him.
Koperniak on the baseline. He scores to tie it up. We're tied at 46 apiece with 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Here we go. Parrott thought about it for a minute. Bueno, the long shot, no good. Malaysia has it. And there's 42 seconds to go.
Well, tie game right down to the wire.
Here we go.
15 on the shot clock.
Ball almost stolen. Koperniak isolated. Thought about it for a minute. 5 on the shot clock. Koperniak, step back and hits it. Matt Koperniak.
Well, Huzik wants to, we're going to get a timeout here.
And there's a timeout on the floor with 11 seconds to go. Matt Koperniak with a shot to give Huzik the 2-point lead. 48-46. What do you do here, Butch? I'll tell you, you're down to the end, and the question is, do you guard that 3-point shot?
Well, I think you got to guard everybody. And you got to look for Parrott penetrating, kicking out to Anastasio or to Bueno, or trying to draw the foul. I mean, he's probably their best foul shooter.
Clutch, baseline jumpers.
Matt Donnelly's coming in, number 24.
Matt Koperniak coming in. I think Javon Reynolds is checking in as well, Butch, for Huzik. But
well, you want to get a rebound. If there's any missed shot, that's why Reynolds will be in there to get the rebound. But you certainly don't want to foul anybody.
Well, Parrott with a big basket to tie this game up. And right back, Huzik Valley came, and with the shot clock running down, Matt Koperniak with the shot. So here we go. 48-46, 11 seconds to go. The fans are on their feet here at the Curry Hicks cage.
Looks like we're going to be too.
We are, and here we go. Huzik Valley comes out man-to-man now.
Down to 7 seconds.
The kick out to McMahon for 3. Around the rim and out. It didn't go, and Huzik Valley has won the Western Mass Championship, Butch.
Well, it doesn't get any closer than that. That ball was halfway down and came flying out.
What a game this was. He got a clear look at it, and it looked like it was going down, Butch.
Well, we discussed this tournament, and Huzik won the first game by 3, the second game by, well, the first game by 4, the second game by 3, and this game by 2. And that's what we mentioned that, not on the broadcast, but to ourselves. And
well,
we said there wasn't much to separate these two teams.
A great effort between these two great competitors. No question about it. Their rivals, Anastasio and Coughlin, all night long. And you don't ask for it any better than this. These two Berkshire County teams put on quite a show here for Western Mass fans here at the Curry Hicks cage.
Yeah, Coach Robinson giving Colin Parrott a hug. They'll probably give the McMahon a hug too, but that ball was, I thought it was in for sure.
Well, I'll tell you, it went about as far in as it could go. It spun out, and with it, Huzik Valley won the Western Mass Championship here at Huzik Valley. Much reminiscent here at the Curry Hicks cage, and Butch, much reminiscent of the last time these two teams played in a Western Mass title game. It came down to the last shot for Huzik Valley.
Oh yeah, when who was the guy from Waukegan who hit the 3?
Oh boy,
Noel, was that his name?
Yeah, from downtown to tie the game up.
Mishuk went coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Gave him the juke
Never
move.
call a timeout, and that's how the game ended. So we're going to get the trophy presentation, and following that, we're going down to the floor. Jeff, what do you say on this one?
You know, the story of the second half was Marco Anastasio finished with 20 points. He had, in the second half, 12 points. The problem was he was the only player other than Colin Parrott to score. Matt Schneider had a foul shot. Luke Steinman had 2 foul shots. But other than that, they were shut down. For Hoosick Valley, what happened was Coughlin continued his run in the second half. He had 6 points for a total of 22. But the real guy who stepped up was Matt Koperniak. He finished with 13 points and really dodged a bullet by when he missed some foul shots, as well as Coughlin missed foul shots. Hoosick Valley missed 6 foul shots in total for the game. Came out with a tight victory by 2 points.
Well, this was a tough one for Wauconah. Coach Dustin Belcher, congratulations with the runner-up trophy, but they had a great run in this tournament, which I thought they might end up here. We talked about it earlier. This is a great team, and of course, who knows if Cole Morrison was there. We'll never know the answer to that. But you can't take anything away from a young Hoosick Valley Hurricane squad. They're the 2 seniors, Austin Malaysia, Nate Tompkins, collecting the Western Mass Championship trophy. And they're going into the crowd. This is quite a scene on the floor here at the Curry Hicks cage. And there they are, the Division III Western Mass champions.
Rick, talk about a thrilling conclusion. Once again, another classic, much like our first broadcast, that one between Drury and Hoosick Valley. Wauconah had the shot they wanted at the end. It just didn't go down.
That's all you want, is for a coach to be able to have the ball at the end of the game. As I said, senior-oriented team. Coach Belcher called the timeout, and what a great ball game overall. I mean, just back and forth. 1 point lead for Hoosick after 1, 2 at halftime, 2 after 3 quarters, and then 2 to end the ball game. But what a great job I think that they did trying to slow down Jamison Coughlin. I don't think he touched the ball very much to him in the last 4 minutes of the ball game. But up steps Matt Koperniak, as everybody knew he would. And even though Matt struggled from the free throw line, I know he missed, I think, maybe 4 in the fourth quarter. He was 1 for 6 in the game. But he is a leader, and what a runner he threw in there from the lane late in the game there to give the Hurricanes the lead. But like you said, Tim, it was a great play. Coach Belcher called timeout. He wanted the ball in his point guard's hands. That's Colin Parrott. He was going to go if he could, but he got double teamed and got shut off. And then Ryan McMahon, the sharpshooting senior, got a good look. It just wouldn't fall. It seemed like it was halfway down, and it just didn't fall. And that's the difference between winning and losing a Western Mass title.
And how about Wauconah? Rick, in this third quarter, Hoosick Valley had opened up a 6-point lead. Looked like they were kind of taking control of this ball game a little bit, and it was a tight ball game throughout. And Marco Anastasio steps up and drains 4 consecutive jumpers to get Wauconah back in this game.
Yeah, Coach Robinson was actually quoted, Tim, after that game, as thankful and as jubilant as he was winning the Western Mass title. Well, they talked about Anastasio, about slowing him down. He said, "What defense? We didn't play defense on him. He's that good." But yeah, he's very, very good from short range, and he kept his team in there. And the other kids did a great job. It just went back and forth. And
right.
Who knows what the score would have been if they played another 30 seconds or so. But that's why they play the games. And congratulations to the Hurricanes.
And Coughlin, Jamison Coughlin for Hoosick, a big game, 24 points, 13 rebounds overall. But really, in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game, Wauconah was able to take him out of the game and make other players for Hoosick Valley score the basketball.
Yeah, and that's where Matt Koperniak stood out, because as I said, they're Javon Reynolds played well when he was in there underneath, but they did what they had to do, and it's a good thing that he's got that 1-2 punch of Koperniak and Coughlin. And the other thing too, Tim, is for Coach Robinson, knowing these kids will be back next year. Peter Barrow, a burly 6'1", 6'2" kid that comes off the bench. on and on and on. I mentioned Colin Russo that he pulled up from the junior varsity earlier in the season, and Avery Hall. You could just go on and on and on. And these kids they're sophomores or juniors, and he was very grateful, I'm sure, that he was going to get them again for another season.
Right, absolutely. And it was Coach Robinson's third Western Mass title in his distinguished career. The Hurricanes, Rick, as we know, went on to defeat Uxbridge in the Western Mass, Central Mass game in a real thriller, 54-52. That was a dandy in overtime for Hoosick Valley before they ultimately lost to a very talented Old Rochester team in the D3 state finals. But they had a great year, as did Wacona. They both had real solid years and represented Berkshire County basketball very well that year. Rick, before we wrap up here, we'd be remiss if we didn't recognize a player we're both familiar with from Wacona, the Wacona girls team, Maria Gamperoni. This week, of course, they're playing a truncated schedule, and we're not really able to broadcast games with the COVID protocols, et cetera. But Maria Gamperoni, the outstanding senior point guard for the Wacona Lady Warriors, scored her 1,000th point this year.
And Tim, she's outstanding. We've enjoyed watching her for 3 years. Unfortunately, we won't be able to cover her this year, senior year. But I was so happy to hear that 5 teams were going to field basketball teams, even starting in February, and Wacona was one of them, because I think she ended her junior season at 989, needed 11, and got him in the first game. So, as far as personal accolades are concerned, and considering the 5 teams only so far in Berkshire County playing, and no state tournament this year, I'm really happy for Maria Gamperoni.
The base kick.
Yeah, she really has had a great career at Wacona. Represents the school very well, and we want to congratulate her for scoring her 1,000th career point this past week for the Lady Warriors of Wacona. Rick, we're going to be back next week on High School Basketball Classics with another dandy of a game. This one goes back to 2013, a game that you covered in the girls' Western Mass tournament. Yeah,
the game we're going to show next week, Tim, for week number 5 is another classic, and it is South Hadley girls at Drury at the Bucky Bullet Gym in the Western Mass quarterfinals. And it was a great ball game. South Hadley, as they do every year, has a good team. They come to play. Drury was the number 1 that year, and
yes, they were.
So I can't wait to relive that one. It was a great game. I can't wait to see it again myself, and I can't wait for our local high school basketball fans around here to see it too. Looking forward to it.
And High School Basketball Classics can be seen each week on channel 1302, Friday evenings at 7:30, Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, Sunday afternoon at 4:30. Each week, High School Basketball Classics. For Rick Bua, I'm Tim Morey. We'll see you next week on High School Basketball Classics.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.